According to the locals, Pitkäniemi Hospital Cemetery, or also called Kaplinmäki Cemetery, is the burial grounds of the crazy people back in the days. Come with me and let us explore the Kaplinmäki Cemetery in Pitkäniemi, Nokia, Finland. Pitkäniemi Hospital Cemetery, also called Kaplinmäki Cemetery, is a disused cemetery located north of Sarpatinti in Kaplinmäki, where 426 patients who died at the nearby Pitkäniemi Hospital were buried between 1902 and 1964. In the cemetery, mainly patients of Pitkäniemi Hospital Criminals Department and patients under the municipality's guardianships who had no relatives and did not want to transport the body to their home municipalities were buried. After the war years, 1939 to 1944, patients from the ceded areas were also buried in the cemetery. The area of the cemetery is 2,000 square meters. The cemetery was inaugurated in December 1901 and was further expanded in the early 1930s and 1945. In the southwest corner of the cemetery, on the south side, there is a two-part locked iron gate with concrete gate post. There is a wooden fence on the right side of the gate, otherwise the cemetery is unfenced. In the cemetery, there is a memorial consisting of 3 horizontal stones and a stone bowl erected by the therapy unit of Pitkäniemi Hospital in 1992, with a commemorative plaque attached. There are 37 grave monuments on the remains in the cemetery. Most of the tombstones are located near the northern side of the cemetery on the slope. The stones are not in straight rows, and some are slanted. The most special monument in the cemetery is the gravestone of Staff Captain Emil Nordstrom. In the past, the cemetery also housed Jakari's grave. A large birch tree grows in the middle of the cemetery, and there used to be a wooden mortuary chapel with a gable roof, which was demolished in the early 1960s. But nowadays, there are no buildings in the area. The hospital's patients died the most of the years of the continuation war. 91 civilians died in 1941 and 74 patients in 1942. The most common cause of death then was malnutrition. Dead patients were buried in row graves dug at night. In the vicinity of the cemetery are the remains of the trenches dug during the First World War in connection with Russian fortifications. Nowadays, the cemetery is mainly cared for by mowing the grass in the summer. In 2005, the area was thoroughly cleaned and, among other things, the bones stuck out of the ground were removed.
I think we still have an hour of daylight. Maybe. Still don't know. Let's see. It's hard to get up, but I wonder, is it harder to get down? Let's see. Again.
These are the trenches used in war.
Are we heading the wrong way? I don't know. There are dead trees and dead tree branches all around. And weeds as well. So I better be careful. Because I don't want to get injured today. Well, at least. And I'm hungry. If you're still watching me, thank you very much. Yeah. How can I get down? Here. There you go. Here we are. So apparently those things that we saw earlier, that one is a trench for war, like that. So you have your soldiers walking on the bottom, someone shooting like that way, and then the other one is ahead, overhead. So yeah, good place to visit, right? Yeah, if I sleep down there, I will end up in Terveystalo or Taos, the hospital. And I brought the wrong shoes today. Yeah, I brought the wrong shoes. Going down this hill. The camera cannot tell how high the slope is, and it's very treacherous if you don't have the experience. But at least there's no mosquitoes, pollens, and insects or wasps around, unlike in the Philippines. It has always. I think it's a nice place. That one. I think. First we need to get down, and that's a steep slope. So we're going away from that. And yeah, I put on some additional layers because it's really cold today. Too much cold. Colder than I anticipated. Yeah. Don't die. Not today. There you go. Now, if you're wondering why there's no mosquitoes in winters, because they're hiding there. Yeah, and they will wake up maybe 2 months from now, because it's spring, as you can see. You can see cute greeneries already, grasses and mosses, and this is a nice spot.